Hello everyone, and welcome to a video about my thoughts of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022 Open Beta. Overall, there's a lot of people online who either really like this or they really don't. To be very split. Personally, I did not pre-order this until I watched the Call of Duty Next event, and when I watched that, I thought, everything about that looked really great. The cooperative things, bringing back the special operations mode, the future raid mode, all this stuff in Warzone that will be coming out, and the underwater aspect seemed really cool, and the storyline and the multiplayer and everything. So I can tell they have put a lot of time and work into it, and whenever I saw that 9 different studios, or even more, maybe 10, 11 studios worked on this game, I thought, wow, they put a lot of effort and time into this, and it is probably going to be one of the best Call of Duty games ever. And there's always little things, again, in a beta that aren't going to be working right. And I think that's where this beta is doing so well as far as working and playability, that a lot of people forget that it is a beta. But you have, your play your missions here. It's a little odd for on console that you have to push down the D-pad to go down to where you see the missions below the mission of the day or game modes or playing and stuff like that. That's pretty odd. I guess on PC you just mouse wheel down if you were playing, and this is on the Xbox One X, which I have in the camera. You can see it there, and that's just to show what it's like for the Xbox One X. And generally speaking, it plays fine. I've gone through the options and turned off a lot of the extra stuff. I can show you here. So I got the blur off, the film grain down, the depth of field off, everything that I can do. As long as I can see, clearly at distance, I don't have to have all the special effects and everything else. And even that, to me, the game looks fine. There's nothing off-putting about the graphics in general. So I've got my loadouts here. This overall here is my favorite loadout. And again, for a beta, this game is working really, really well. And I just look forward to all the things that they can add to this. And I do like the artificial intelligence soldiers in the level. It doesn't bother me. I think it adds to the game. I think that is a smart decision, and it will attract certain aspects and elements to the game via events that they can do, like Fortnite does special themed events. So say Call of Duty wanted to do a themed event, let's just say the Matrix. Well, you could have a veteran level AI on your team for Morpheus and Neo and Trinity, and you could have tons of agents on the field too. That's just one example. Or again, like the Ghost in the Shell is the theme for Call of Duty Mobile right now or recently. Like that would be super cool to play a themed world mode with that. So I think there's tons and tons and tons of stuff that will lead to and enable. I also like the high velocity rate in this game. It seems very instant whenever you go and try to shoot at other people. No severe bullet drop most of the time. I generally speaking do not like that at all, because I'm used to more classic games. And I went back and played Modern Warfare 2 Remastered and fought against the veteran level AI in that game, because I was wanting to see, you know, what that's like. And you can definitely tell, you know, from playing that they have taken certain aspects from the AI and put it into this game, which is good, because if your teammate does have high level AI, it definitely helps. And I would say the other ones would be hard difficulty AI, but it's confusing a bit when, you know, you're defeated by certain characters or certain people playing the game, and it seems like they're aim snapping, or they're seeing you a bit through walls, or they're reacting very quickly. And it could be that there's an AI soldier. So I wonder, from the studio design point, are they trying to find a balance of, like, you know, you can't tell if it is AI or not that you're fighting against. Yeah. And you can look at the left side of your screen and see the names. You can tell if it's a human player, you'll see a name on the left side of the screen. If it's not, it's an AI player. See, so like that right there. Definitely not a human player. But the AI can tell that I'm aiming. Oh no. So that one, there's not a name on the left side of the screen. But I think it's cool. I like it. Doesn't bother me at all. And again, there's so many people, you know, who are cheating in Call of Duty. It is sad. And, you know, I'm sure other first-person shooter games. But again, since I'm an older gamer, back in the day, you know, I don't think they really had any special mods or anything you could do back in, like, original Xbox or GameCube or PS2. Like, it was mainly like Game Shark or Game Genies maybe for older things, and that was just to play against, you know, the single player story or unlock things or unlock codes. But there's not, you know, any of that really in the newer games. Hopefully they'll put the funny codes and cheats of the intel from Modern Warfare into this game, like the watermelon head mode or the ragtime music that played and made the game speed up a bit. But just as far as me playing the game here, let's see. So I'm using this controller here, which is Power A brand, and it has the little tabs on the back, but as you can see, they don't do anything because I don't set those up. I extended this because my thumb gets so raw with the base of this. It's not comfortable with the tape and the coins. And then for my actual settings, here I have bumper jumper tactical. On the actual Xbox control settings, I do flip my triggers. So I shoot with the left LT and then ADS with RT. And I don't put the controller vibration on. I do play on 1 sensitivity, as you can see here. And that's the settings. Let's see what else. Da-da-da. Most of it is in the advanced settings. I have target aim assist off. I don't play with any aim assist. You know, you can see the controller here. There's no Corona Zen mods or any crap like that. There's the aim response curve that you can set, but I do highly recommend going around and changing this to whatever you like, and it takes a while to dial it in. You know, it takes a lot of games, tweak it here and there. You know, I would like it to be as fine-tunable as possible. You know, they have it broken down into points of 10. If it was points of 5, to me, even better. I got my dead zone set up here because the stick drift. And speaking of like stick drift and your sticks in gameplay, I'm so glad they pretty much completely stopped the exploit of the slide run, slide, run, slide, run, slide, run, slide, just constantly in Warzone. It is so ridiculous and annoying. I know some people just love to play as fast as possible in these games, and that's fine, but they need to be in their own little grouping of lobbies. To me, this game has never been that and never should be that. If you want to play something really fast, play Quake, play Splitgate, play Apex. I do like a lot of the movement things they have put into this game, inspired heavily by Apex. I think that is great. That was another kind of issue with Warzone, that they just could not jump, could not really move around. And I know in general in Call of Duty, it sometimes goes between like, well, it's a soldier with 100 pounds of equipment on. They're not going to be able to run and jump and stuff like that. And that's fine, it's not Halo. But I do think there's a nice balance that can be like the game side of it, and then the more like story, realistic side of it. And it's very challenging for any game developers or designers to balance that. What does the player base or audience think of, this, that, or the other? That's a challenging thing to do. But overall, I do enjoy the beta. It is working pretty good. On the Xbox One. My frame rate and stuff like that, or my millisecond delay, it's around 80 to 100. It's in the upper left hand corner. You can't see it because of the angle of the camera. So if it's a certain high field of view, then it goes up to, I think, as high as 140 milliseconds latency, which is extremely high, and that definitely, I would hope, gets optimized. There's little tweaks here and there that they can do within the game engine to optimize it a little better, because that definitely has its problems for anybody who's playing at that high latency. Other than that, it's around 80 to 90 most of the time. But yeah, again, for a beta test, all this is great. This is working fine. So, I like it. I enjoy playing it. Again, I pre-ordered it, or my friend got it for me. So, I could play the game together, especially the cooperative stuff and the campaign. As soon as we watch the Call of Duty Next event. And I think it's going to be really, really good, and I like that it's sharing with the new Warzone and all the cool stuff that they're going to do with that. And it just adds a lot of flexibility to the way they built this, combining the same base game with the Warzone and stuff like that, and the same base map that you can tell the campaign stories through, and you can section off different pieces of it for multiplayer. They could draw a special map that was just trees and rocks and landscape, or add stuff and change stuff over time. I think a lot easier than what they could in the current Warzone. But that's my thoughts on the beta. I know a lot of people online are just this, that, or the other about it. A lot of some negativity, stuff like that. But I know a lot of people with my personality type, are not on the Reddit forums, or not, really loud on the internet about this, that, or the other. And the developers would normally not hear from people of like my play style or stuff like that. So I like that it's more defensive. I like that it's slower paced. Again, I like everything about it. And of course, just with changes, some people are just gonna have the hard time changing with it because it's so different, or they just don't like it. But I think with time, everything about it will be great. It'll be balanced. It'll be evened out, and it'll be good. So thank you for watching this video, and to make another one soon. Bye.